SOSO
Hello and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video, I would like to talk about Winner's newest title track, SOSO, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of both the lyrics and the music video. SOSO is possibly Winner's most personal and intimate comeback to date. The song, written and produced by the members themselves, deals with the feeling of apathy that in the lyrics is linked to the aftermath of a breakup. In the behind the scenes of the music video, Winner explained that the song revolves around the irony of pretending to be fine when you're not. In the lyrics, the focus of the story they are telling us is on the hypocrisy of the person they broke up with. The attention here is on the false concern of the other person, on the latter's attempt to improve their situation by worrying about the person they hurt when it's too late to do something about it. And this feeling is further reinforced by expressing the apathy at the core of the song. This could be interpreted in two different ways lyric-wise. On the one hand, this apathy reflects Winner's disinterest towards the person they broke up with. They are over them and they want them to know it. But on the other, the song portrays a state of mind that's very common among the younger generations. Apathy is a form of disillusionment and protection from the disappointments of reality. There's no point in crying, but there's no reason to laugh. It's a middle ground. You're not sad, but you're not happy either. But at the same time, you don't need to cry to show your sadness, and you don't need to laugh to show your happiness. This is important because this idea deals with the question of perception. As the audience, we tend to read the idol's behavior and draw conclusions. But for better or worse, the outside perspective is not always correct. In the music video, these themes are translated into a visual representation of less discussed aspects of their experience as idols. Each member is shown in individual scenes that tend to subvert the general idea of what a celebrity's life looks like, and this contrast perfectly conveys the concept behind the song. The first individual scene is the one with Yoon. In the video, he is tied up and suspended over sharp spikes. And right off the bat, these visuals show us the intention at the core of the song. That is to show us that our perception of reality can be deceiving. Yoon here is on an elevated position, an image that could symbolize privilege. But he is not free, and under him the spikes threaten his safety. This is what being an idol feels like. It implies privilege and being above everybody else, but also lack of freedom and danger of falling into anonymity. When he's on the ground, things don't improve. The spikes now surround him and bind him, and this could imply how volatile fame is while still being a burden you cannot escape. The theme of freedom here is also approached in the scene with the horse. The horse is an animal that represents freedom and movement, but in the video, Yoon is portrayed next to a dead one, thus showing him literally mourning the death of his freedom. Mino, on the other hand, is in the middle of what looks like a rave. His scenes convey a feeling of chaos and confusion, and the fact that he is desperately trying to free himself from the situation is meant to portray the overwhelming nature of his job as an idol. This is not to say that he feels this way in regards to his fans, but more like that the constant pressure and frenzy that comes with his lifestyle is overpowering and messy. This is evident throughout all his scenes. We see him getting touched by many hands, screaming in front of a mirror, getting stepped on, and constantly surrounded by people who are either unconscious or overly excited. His job here has no middle ground. It's either too much attention or not enough, and when he's left with himself, things are not better either. The contrast between those scenes and the scenes in the desert could symbolize the contrast between the public and private aspect of his work. When he's working, everything is frenetic and chaotic, but when he's alone, his life is desolating. Much like they imply in the song, however, what is shown on the outside not always reflects what happens inside. Like you don't need to laugh or cry to show happiness or sadness, you don't need to scream to show your anger and frustration. This is what I think is happening here. On the outside, even if the atmosphere is desolating, it seems calm. But on the inside, this is what's going on. With Hooney, things get even more complicated. His main scene is the one at the dinner table, and this may show us their perception on the relationship you build as a celebrity. In the scene, he is surrounded by luxury, but he is wounded. The problem is that the people around them don't see it, even if it's evident. These visuals are extremely telling, I think. They show you that wealth and success can lead you to surround yourself with people that don't see you for who you really are and don't care for anything but their status. And this feeling is both enraging and suffocating. This is why he is portrayed destroying his surroundings and running away with a plastic bag on his head. The reality he lives in is frustrating and overwhelming, and he is not the only one in this situation. If you look closely, in this shot he is surrounded by other people who are dressed like him mates, and they are all faceless and suffocating, which implies that all idols feel this way, even if we don't see it because we are focused on the illusion of wealth and beauty. The theme of perception here is also approached in his nude scene, where Huni provides a visual representation of his real self. In regards to this scene, he explained that his intention was to challenge the idea the public has of the life of a celebrity. From the outside, idols are colorful and extravagant, but on the inside they are lonely, scarred and vulnerable like everybody else. Something very similar happens with Jinu's scene as well. In the video, we see him floating in the darkness, which is something that could symbolize the apathy that he feels. But the focus on the blue makes me think that these scenes is about the sadness and depression in connection to his work. Blue is a color that is strongly associated with depression and melancholia, and in the video the scenes of him falling asleep coincide with the car on fire that crashes on the ground. These visuals are very strong and certainly worth thinking about. In the video he survives the crash, but he also sports a blue scar across his face. This could imply that these dark feelings belong to the past and that he was able to overcome them. But at the same time, the scar also implies that the wounds of the past left a mark that he will always have. So that's it from me today. What did you think of SOSO? I'm really curious to know what you think about this one, so let me know in the comments down below. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think about liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!